Hi, my name is Veronica Wynn, and I'm a piano instructor here at Center Stage Music Center. Today I will be guiding you through a Level 5 NYSSMA solo for piano called Notturno by Grieg. This is from his work from Opus 54. This is the fourth movement. So this piece is, the tempo marking is andante. It has movement, but it isn't too fast, so don't try to rush it. We just want it to feel nice and flowing. You'll notice that the 2/3 rhythm is prominent throughout this piece. So I would practice this with the metronome right away, start slow, and use the 3-figure as the main division of time here, and then figure out how the duple fits in with the triple. So there are up to 4 voices at one time in this piece. So we want to make sure that the melody doesn't get lost in all of the other parts. So make sure that the melody, which is always in the pinky or top hand of the right hand usually, make sure that is the loudest out of all of the other parts, and that it comes out so you can hear the melody flowing nicely above the accompanimental parts. Dynamics are really, really important in this piece, so follow them closely. They're written out very specifically throughout, so make sure that you have contrast between your piano, your pianissimo, and even in one spot there's a triple P. So those are important. We also have lots of tempo changes in this piece. You'll notice that the middle section is marked più mosso, which means a little bit more motion or a little bit faster. So it's going to flow a little bit more, and we want to hear the change from that tempo back to the original andante once that section is over. There is a marking that you'll see in that più mosso section called una corda. So the una corda marking indicates that you're going to use the leftmost pedal on the piano, and what that does is it dampens some of the other strings in the instrument, and it makes an overall quieter sound. And you'll see in that section a couple measures later the tre corde section, which means that they want you to lift up that una corde pedal and have all the chords ringing now. That one I would lift it up gradually so that you don't suddenly get this change from a softer dynamic to a huge dynamic, because Grieg writes a gradual but molto crescendo throughout this section. So if you lift up your pedal very slowly as it's going through this molto crescendo here, then that will just help it and it won't be so abrupt. So for the più mosso section, this is definitely the most difficult part of the song. I would isolate your hands here. Just do hand separate practice for as long as you need, and take it slow. It requires dedicated hand separate practice before you put them hands together. So make sure that each hand is confident and secure before you try to line them up. So in the right hand in this section, I would practice those alternating thirds really slow at first, and then kind of make an exercise out of it. If you ever have a difficult passage in anything that you're playing, then you can just isolate that music and then just repeat it, make an exercise out of it, play it in different keys, something that will help you to make sure that you're getting exactly the right kind of muscle memory built that you need in order to play that successfully. So lastly about this più mosso section, this is the climax of the piece. So you want to make sure that you are building from the very beginning up until this moment, and then the andante section comes back after it. So you want to have that beautiful arc throughout the whole piece so that you really make this più mosso section shine. Let it be emotional and passionate. This is the romantic period. We want it all about passion, and we want to hear that expression at level 5 especially. The judges will be looking for your musical expression, your interpretation of the piece, and they want to see who you are as a pianist. So at the end, the A prime section feels almost like a wind down, but be careful not to slow it down too soon, because we don't want it to feel like it's dragging when you get towards the end of it. The very last 2 measures of this piece are marked adagio. So it may be kind of strange because you notice, okay, I only see 3 chords, C major, G major, C major. Why is this a new tempo marking? But he wants to really drive home the fact that like this piece is coming to an end. You went through this crazy emotional, passionate experience, and then this is just the release here at the end. So for you, make sure that you are aware of your tempo change and that your subdivision internal beat, you feel that pulse change, and you're really counting out those 9 beats in each measure at the end of this. And with that final C major chord, when you're rolling it out, make sure that you treat each note with love And try not to let anyone stick out. We want it to be a nice, gradual finish and just put the cherry on top of this beautiful piece.